Welcome, happy to be your host. Starting this week, we are starting these local regional community Monday meetups for Topcoder, and I will be running these Europe local ones. Additionally, we have Fajar from Indonesia running the events for Indonesia and Southeast Asia, and also Kets, who will be running the India events. And Jesse will still be continuing to run the American events. And with this, we are hoping to start building these local communities for Topcoder in order to make it a better experience for all of us and to allow Topcoder and each of us to grow. And today is indeed January 10th. Happy New Year to everybody, and looking forward to this new year and everything that we have planned, because there's a lot that will be going on during 2022 for Topcoder, including TCO 22. And TCO is, as everyone who's sitting in here with me probably already knows, but for those who will be watching the recording later, I guess it's better for me to go through what TCO really is. So what TCO is, it is basically a world championship competition for competitive programming, competitive development, and competitive design across each of the tracks that are represented on Topcoder. It is where the best of the best come together to battle it out for the ultimate TCO championship and the prize that goes with it. Not to mention, of course, the honor, fame, and glory that do also go with the championship. Everything you do at Topcoder, or every competition that you take part in at Topcoder, has some associated amount of TCO points. There are a handful of special competitions that do not count for TCO, but in general, any competition that you take part in does give you points toward TCO. Here you can see all of the different tracks that are represented at the event. So there is the algorithm competition, a development one, a first to finish development one, a marathon optimization algorithm competition, a quality assurance competition, and a design competition. And in general, you can find here the different tracks, the rules specific to that track on how to qualify. And each track has its own way of qualifying through these competitions that are run on Topcoder throughout the year in order to qualify for this World Championship event. So for example, in competitive programming, we have 4 different stages, and at each stage, the best competitor with the most points from that stage automatically qualifies to the championship. And additionally, the next top 10 competitors will get an automatic berth to advance to round 4, where they will be able to compete for qualification. And additionally, we have 4 of these different rounds throughout the year, where people will qualify to the next round and to the next one, and eventually, hopefully, to the finals. And additionally, there's a regional event and a wildcard round. And for more traditional tracks on Topcoder, there's simply a number of competitions throughout the year. And from each stage, the 3 best competitors will advance. We are currently starting the stage 3 of TCO 22. So we already began for this next TCO last year. This is to make sure that we will have everyone prepared and qualified before the event, which is towards the end of the year. You can find all of the track-specific leaderboards on this Topcoder website, which is easy to remember as tco22.topcoder.com. We can see that stage 3 has just started, so there's no leaderboard for it yet. And for stage 2, we do have the leaderboard. Now I wonder how I can allow people to come in. I just received a message that someone is in the waiting room. Let's see. There we go. Welcome, James. Happy to have you here.
Thank you.
Now, what was that? Can you say again? Sorry, I missed it.
Thank you.
Awesome. Yes, super happy to have you here for the first ever Europe local event. Glad to have you here. It is a historical event for sure. So we just went through the TCO 22. And the next thing on our agenda is the NASA Cognitive State Determination Challenge, which will be running for a little while yet, until January 18th. So if you want to be able to write on your CV and tell all your friends and family or random people you meet at a bar that, yes, I have worked for NASA, this is the perfect occasion to join in and try this competition. It is a data science challenge, and the focus is to use human measurements to determine the cognitive state of an astronaut trainee undergoing astronaut training. So you'll be able to use your data science skills to analyze this time series data for human cognitive state determination. And there's big prizes for it as well. So it's a great opportunity to check it out. And we will actually have another NASA challenge starting within a few weeks. And that challenge will be related to comet detection from images, object tracking, object recognition, object detection, and object tracking from images to recognize comets. Next, we have these Topcoder skill builders, which are both competitive and educational challenges at Topcoder. Oops. Yes, skill builder challenges are educational, but also competitive challenges. They are ranked, so you can compete in them, and they will affect your Topcoder rank, because almost everything that we do at Topcoder is ranked. And additionally, you do gain points towards TCO by competing in these skill builders. And our latest skill builder is an AWS Athena plus Power BI challenge. So Power BI is a Microsoft technology for business intelligence that allows you to build these business intelligence related dashboards. And you will be working with AWS technologies, AWS Athena with this. Oh, glad to hear you already participated in this, James. It's good to hear all this feedback.
Yeah.
What's special about this is that because it is an AWS challenge, you will actually have to use the actual AWS cloud platforms to compete in this. So you'll need to set up an account with AWS, and it will cost some money, a nominal fee of $5, but we will reimburse you for that. So do not be afraid about losing any money by competing within this challenge. And as this is the first time we are running this skill builder, there are some actual prizes for it as well. So we have 23 more days before this particular challenge ends. And towards the end, each submission will be graded and reviewed, and the best and fastest submissions will win some money. So these skill builders are a great way to both learn new things, but also maybe make some money if you're quick enough at it. Skill builders are a reasonably new thing at Topcoder, and we are currently focused on running a new skill builder every single month. So every month there is something new to be learned and something that you can learn also. Thanks, Kirill, for the comment. Yes, hopefully we will have a lot more of these challenges related to AWS Athena. So by competing within this skill builder, you will make sure to actually know these skills. And then in the future, when our partnership with them grows, there will be a lot more competitions, and you will be well prepared to participate in this. Next up, we do have a partnership with Mulesoft at Topcoder. I actually asked Nathan if he was able to join, but I think he had another call. So within the future weeks, we should have a special Mulesoft people actually giving us some hype and extra information about Mulesoft. We actually have a special Mulesoft focused brand evangelist at Topcoder who already promised me that he should be able to join in some future week to give some really good introduction and promotion and latest news about this Mulesoft partnership. But please do check it out. I actually don't have the link with me, so if anyone does have the Mulesoft link, it would be great if you could post it on the chat. If not, I'll move forward and we can return to it in a future week and a future meeting. Next, we can go through the top gigs of the week. I went ahead and found the top gigs that are relevant to Europe region. So on Topcoder, it's possible for you to find some gig work for yourself, which is a freelance job opportunity that pays you a certain amount for a certain duration. So you can go on topcoder.com/gigs and find all of these gigs there. And on the front page, you will be able to see if the location is relevant to you, if the payment is what you would expect, and if the duration of the gig is relevant for you. So we are looking for a full stack developer working UTC plus 4 hours. So that's almost Europe hours, and it's for any location. The payment is reasonably good, from $800 to $1,000 per week for the duration of 15 weeks. With the skills that I'm sure many of us Topcoders have already. So React.js, Node.js, REST APIs, JavaScript, Express.js, HTML5, and front-end skills. So it does require multiple years of experience, but if you do have these skills, please do check out this gig. We are also looking for a Databricks developer. It's for any location with good payment for the duration of 20 weeks. So it's a longer term data focused gig. So if you have any background in data science, especially Azure cloud based data methods, such as Azure Databricks, Azure Data Factory, and these other skills, Spark, Scala, SSIS, then you will be able to work on business intelligence and data warehousing solutions for this client, for this particular gig, and make this determined preset amount of money for the duration of the gig. So it's a great opportunity for a data scientist or a data engineer. For the next gig, we are looking for a Python developer to work on machine learning, again for any location, with the same payment as the previous gig, so a reasonably good payment. And you will be a remote machine learning engineer to work with the research team of this particular client. There's no particular library or technology skills. It is a Python gig, and you will need to have strong skills in machine learning. And then there's a list of the things you need to work on. So for example, you'll have to use PyTorch library for this particular gig. And then there's a list of the things that you would be working on. Looks pretty exciting. Then we're also looking for a senior Azure developer from almost any location, US, Europe, and Africa, with strong senior level payment for this particular gig that also lasts for 26 weeks. So the main skills are needed are Microsoft technologies, Azure Cloud, and .NET technologies. And in the description, you can see that you'll be working in a Kubernetes environment on Azure, so AKS. So this is senior level gig requiring a lot of background, or many years of background within these Microsoft skills for the duration of this gig. So if you have this kind of background, do check it out. And then another Azure gig for any location with reasonably good payment from $800 to $1,000 per week. And this will be on web technologies, also on Azure. So you will work on Azure using Angular, Java, and Spring Boot. Looks like a basic sort of modern developer gig. So you will need database experience. You will be working in a cloud. You will use Angular, and you will be using Java with Spring Boot. So if you have 4 to 6 years of experience within these technologies, check it out. Then we're looking for a front-end engineer with ALM UI technology. This is a Europe-only gig with reasonably good payment for the duration of 26 weeks. I'm personally not quite too clear on this ALM technology, but if this is something that you have, please check it out, because it's a good gig with a really good payment level. So if you have the skills required for this, definitely check it out. Then another Europe local gig is a senior full stack developer with good payment level for the duration of 26 weeks. AWS, again ALM, and then Docker, Java, and PostgreSQL. If you have the skills, check it out. By looking at the skills, it does seem that you will definitely be working across the whole full stack on this. So if you have the skills and are looking for a challenging gig, this sounds like a good one to check out. Then we're also looking for a technical lead or an architect for any location with this payment level, again for 26 hours, to work on SFDC, Apex, and Visualforce technologies. There's again a number of years of experience that's required, so it's a senior level gig, and you will need a relevant degree for it as well. And you will be working as a technical lead or an architect on this apparently larger client project. And finally, I wanted to bring up this particular gig for an R-Shiny developer for any location in Europe time zone. This particular gig is actually just part-time, so you will be working half-time, 20 hours per week for 30 weeks with the R language and the R-Shiny visualization language. The main time zone for this will actually be Belgium. So if you are Europe-based, have background in statistics, the R language, and with the R-Shiny data visualization library, this is a really nice gig to check out. So for example, you might still be studying, or you might have some other things that you are doing, and you're looking for a part-time gig, and you have background in statistics or statistical programming with the R language. You can check out this gig for that. So that's it for the gigs. And like I mentioned before, we are just now starting on running these local events across the globe, and we'll hopefully be scaling out even more in the future. So we have Ketan, who is also here with us today, running the India local events, and he also ran the first one today. And as far as I could see, it went really well, and there was good local engagement for that region. Additionally, Fajar will be running the Southeast Asia. Fajar was here earlier, at least. Not sure if he's here right now, but he will be running the Southeast Asia and Indonesia within the local language for Indonesia, and also, I'm guessing, for English for other countries within the region. Today's meeting was mostly in Bahasa, and it was really interesting for me to listen. Kudos to Fajar for running a great event. And I will be running these Europe events. So what are some next things that are happening at Topcoder? In just 2 days, we'll have the next marathon match 132 starting. Then we will have 2 more SRMs, one actual SRM on January 18th, SRM 822. Then on January 20th, there's something really unique, an AMA, or an Ask Me Anything session with our very own Adrock, or Adam Moorhead, our community Mr. Bossman, who we all clearly very dearly love. And then on January 22nd, we have a rookie SRM, the rookie SRM 9 at 12 o'clock UTC -5. These rookie SRMs are for people who might not have such a strong background within competitive programming previously and who want to check out how these SRMs or algorithm single round matches work at Topcoder. So if you're interested in algorithms and improving your raw coding skills, but don't have such a strong background in competitive programming at other sites or university or whatever, definitely do check out the rookie SRMs. And then if you do feel comfortable with your skills, check out the normal SRMs that we've been running for years and decades now. And related to this, I would actually like to announce that I'm personally working quite closely with everything related to competitive programming at Topcoder right now. And I am pleased to announce that there is a push from the leadership level towards competitive programming. So we are finally looking forward to really improving and rethinking the user experience and the whole user journey related to competitive programming. And in relation to this, if you do have any feedback, any improvement ideas, any suggestions related to our algorithm competitions or to our marathon matches, or for rapid development for that matter, please be in contact with me or post about it in the forums or within the Slack. I think that's it for the slides now. Yep. One final last announcement. It's not on the calendar yet because we haven't been able to settle on a schedule yet, but we have been working very hard on running the next rapid development match or RDM match as soon as possible. It will probably be run within the last week of January for now, but we still haven't settled on the schedule. So rapid development matches are a new kind of competitive programming match at Topcoder. They are structured like our algorithm matches, so there will be an easy problem, a medium problem, and a hard problem. And there will be a really strict timeline of 6 hours to work on all of these 3 problems. But what differentiates it from the algorithm competitions is that you will not be implementing data structures and algorithms within this time span, but rather working on development skills. So if you really want to make sure that your practical day-to-day development skills are really up to par, check out the next RDM. I hope to have an official announcement for it as soon as possible, but do not have the dates decided yet. I think that's it for me for these slides and for these announcements. If anyone has any comments or discussions or things to hype out or anything else, please feel free to unmute yourself and share with us.
On my end, the only thing I'd love to ask is if there's any Slack or a platform where we data scientists at Topcoder can discuss and maybe work on projects together, etc. Just a platform where data scientists can communicate on a back-to-back type of a thing.
Currently, Slack is our main platform for sort of real-time communications. For longer discussions, Forum is the platform for that. But we are actually currently discussing and already prototyping a new platform for discussion, for every kind of like community discussion and also for official announcements. And within this platform, you would be able to even host like quick audio hangouts, audio calls and things like that for other community members and maybe organize some fun hangouts and things like that. There will be an official announcement soon. Oh yeah, there's a message on the chat right now. So yeah, we are actually working on Discord platform right now, if you're familiar with it.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, so Discord is a really popular platform that sort of became big within the gamer culture and gamer community, has since spread towards a all kinds of other interest areas as well.
That's okay. Because I have not yet joined Slack. So is there any need of me joining Slack right now, or I wait for the transition?
I actually do not have any schedule for the transition, so it's up to you, like whether you want to join in on the real-time discussion as soon as possible, or whether you want to wait for it. But of course, I would love to have you on the Slack as well. I don't think it's gonna be like it's not gonna be like next week we're just saying that's it, Slack is closed and now everyone's going to Discord. It'll be a more gradual change.
Do you mind sending me the link towards joining the Slack channel?
Yes. Aaron, would you have the link at hand for the community Slack? I can also see if I can find it quickly enough. So on the Topcoder website, there's at least this kind of contact us page that you can find. And there you can find all of these different ways to get in contact with us. Thanks, Kirill, so much. So Kirill just posted the link on the chat. So you fill in that link and write in your Topcoder username there, and you will be sent an email invite to the Slack.
Amazing, thank you very much.
Yeah, looking forward to having you there. And yeah, there is this form that you have to fill out to make sure that no bots or stuff like that really get in. All you have to do is write in your Topcoder username and you'll get an invite then.
Okay.
Great. Any other questions or announcements?
Hi, Pentti, nice to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you too.
Do you know if there will be any work for designers during the month?
There's nothing that I can really announce right now, but we're hoping to have more competitions of every track going forward, but there's nothing that I can really announce right now. There is a current push to having more kinds of competitions of each kind. But like I said, nothing that specific that I could really announce right now.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and thank you for the question, because of course I will be able to take it forward then as long as we get these questions and queries. Anything else? Does Kirill have any Thrive related announcements or promotions, for example? Okay, but maybe I can just quickly show the Thrive page and do the usual promo for it. So if you do want to be a part of Topcoder and do maybe something else other than just compete, there's also this huge platform called Thrive that has been masterminded by our very own Kirill, who is here with us right now. And it's just this huge place full of educational articles on absolutely everything that you might be interested in. Like there's Topcoder internal information and frequently asked questions about Topcoder, then there's gig work information, and then for each track that we have, there's multiple different subtracks for each of them, and within each of them, there's just so many educational articles. And each of these articles has been written by a community member from Topcoder. And you can check out this page on how you want to join it. And we do pay each article. So if you just want to get your name out there, if you know some particular technology or algorithm or anything like that, and you want to promote it and share that information, you will be able to submit those to Thrive, and then they will be reviewed by our team. And if you get accepted, we will publish it in here on Thrive, and you will be paid for it. There's also an upvote functionality, and within each month, the most upvoted and most read articles will be promoted on our monthly newsletter every month. So if you're not yet using Thrive, please do check it out. And if you feel like you want to create content for Topcoder and get your name out there and maybe get paid a little bit for it as well, check out how to submit a Thrive article. And within this page that Kirill just linked, you will find all of the minimum requirements and the payment info. We are currently paying $75 for each article. So if you write multiple articles within a month, that's already a considerable sum of money just for writing content for Topcoder. And you will also get your name out there. So definitely do check it out. Any other questions or anything else anyone might want to share? Or shall we end this session? Okay, I guess we'll be ending this session right now. Thanks everyone for joining. Since we stuck to schedule pretty well as well, I really wasn't expecting that personally, but that's quite great actually. Thanks everyone, thanks for the questions, and do join in for the following weeks as we start growing this localization effort at Topcoder and hopefully provide more relevant and better material each week. And like I said, we should have our Mulesoft mastermind joining us within the future weeks as well. Thank you everyone, have a great week and have a great rest of your night.